I have not done a cube collection video in over 2 years, so I'm pretty sure it's time for one. Alright, let's start with 2x2s. I have 8 of them. This is the Rubik's brand 2x2. It is horrible at corner cutting. This is Cheedy S. This was actually decent until I took it underwater. This is the Cheedy W. Very similar cube to the last one, but more updated. It actually comes pretty decently. This is the Melong 2M. Here is the Diantangan V1 and Diantangan V2, or the plus. Here is the Wapo WRS. And my main, the Chi MS 2x2. This is actually really good, so if you're getting into 2x2, I highly recommend this. Alright, now for 3x3. As expected, I have a lot. Here are 2 Rubik's brands. One of them I got for Christmas, which actually got me into cubing, and the other one a friend gave me. Here are 4 kind of bad cubes. This one is just bad, has a really weird color scheme. This white cube, I don't even know what it is, and it's like, here's just another bad cube, and another bad cube. Although I can kind of finger flick them because I put lube in them and they kind of turn well. Here's a random old dying cube that I think was Ryan Driscoll gave me at Altona, but I don't know the name of it, so if you know, then please tell in the comments. Looks like this, or this. Alright, now to some decently turning speed cubes. Here is the Chi Cell W, which is my first speed cube, and I actually got this in the cube set. That was a long time ago, but still my biggest unboxing to date. Here is the YJ Yulong V2M, my first magnetic speed cube, but now it's super bad because I've abused this a lot. Here is the Duncan cube. I actually got this at the store, and it's actually not a bad turning cube. Fun fact, I was considering using this for one-handed because it was kind of an effortless turning cube, but then I just decided that was silly. Now on to pretty good cubes. Here is the Melong M. In my opinion, this is the most underrated cube ever. I personally think it's better than the RS3M 2020. Not a lot of people think that, but it is really good. Speaking of the RS3M 2020, here it is, and here is the maglev version. These cubes are basically the same. This one has springs, this one has maglev, and I actually kept the logo on the 2020 version so I could distinguish them. And the reason I don't have the logo on here is because I actually used this cube for one-handed, the maglev one, so I just didn't want the logo to be on here because I actually used this in comp. And the final budget 3x3, the Chi MS. Right, now to some flight tips. Here's my current main, the X-Men Tornado V2. I absolutely love this cube, the feel is amazing, also the adjustment system. And here is a blue version with white internals, it looks really cool. Here is a Diantangan V1, also another favourite, and really quiet, really effortless to turn, really good for slice things also. Here is the WRM 2021 maglev version with purple internals, these look really awesome. And just some random cubes that I got for fun. Here is the Chi Wu Wei. I mean, I got this pretty decent, and here is a original Volk 3, well not original, but the 2019 version. And I got this because the Volk series is being discontinued, I just wanted to get one before they were all sold out. And despite this cube pretty much being from 2016, it still performs really well. Alright, now on to cubes bigger than 3x3. For 4x4s, I only have 3 of them. This is the Chian 4x4, which is my first 4x4. Turns alright. Here is the Melong 4x4, which turns a lot better than Chian, but then here is the magnetized version of that, the Melong M 4x4, and it's just a lot more stable than this, and I currently use it as my main. Onto 5x5s, I only have 2 of them. My first 5x5, the Yushin Cloud, actually turns really well, but if this was magnetic, this could be really good, and also maybe fix the reverse corner cutting. And here is my current main, the Melong M 5x5, pretty much the same as before, but with one more layer. And finally, for M/Ns, we have 6x6 and 10x7. This is the YG Yushi and Yufu V2M respectively. They do turn really well for budget cubes, so if you're getting into 6x6 and 7x7 and you can't really spend enough money for the MGCs, then get these. Alright, now onto side events. We have Pyraminx. So I have 2 Chi-Ming Pyraminxes. I mean, these are alright, not the greatest. And my current main, the Bell Pyraminx, pretty decent because I'm not that good at Pyraminx. so I just want some decent. I used to have a cheap MS pyramid, but the magnets came loose and I accidentally glued them in the wrong way, so I gave it to someone else at Melbourne Summer. For Mega Minx, I only have 2. This one is a Chi Mega Minx, also from the Cube set. Turns alright, but now I use the YJ Yoo-Hoo V2M Mega Minx. Just a really awesome Mega Minx for I think under 20 Australian bucks. 2 cubes, I have the Chi chain, which is notorious for, I can't replicate it. Notorious for popping its corners like that. So I just had to upgrade with a wingy, and I mean, it's pretty decent. 2 square ones also, we have the Chi Chifa, actually pretty decent, and it can actually corner cut. But it has this weird problem, I think if you go like this, it just locks up really weirdly. But upgraded to the Shinola Magic, which is a lot faster, a lot worse at corner cutting, but it's pretty good. I probably will get the MGC, but yeah, that's square one. And one more WCA event, the Chi Clock, and this is the only clock I have. The only clock you really should get, because there's like nothing else good. So that was all the WCA puzzles, but now we have some non-WCA, and actually have quite a few. Let's start off with some cuboids. So we have the 1x1s, this is a Chi 1x2x3, nothing special. We have a Chi fidget spinner, kind of slowed down, 1x3x3, this is a floppy cube, and then a thing someone got me for Christmas, a Rubik's keychain 1x1x3, hardest puzzle in my collection. Here are some more complex ones. Here is a Chi 2x2x3 or tower, actually really nice, and I can actually corner cut. And we have a Chi domino, which is a 2x3x3, and also a really nice turning cube. And we have a Rubik's tower 2x2x4. Not the greatest turning, but I mean, it's not too bad, and it can also do, it can also do stuff like this. Oh, and this one annoys me. This one is the sliding domino, or the crazy domino, I don't know what it's called. And basically how it works, I think you can see. Sometimes this side moves with the layer, this side doesn't. But then if I do this move, then it moves with the top side and not with the bottom side. It's just so confusing that I've not solved it yet. Here's some fun ones. Here's the Chi Chino Plus, a 9cm cube, and actually turns really nice. And here's just some random small cube that, I mean, corner cutting isn't great, but I put some lube in it so it's not stiff. And doing these turns, it's actually pretty good. On to some shape mods. Here is the Fisher Cube, which is basically like a regular 3x3, except it's cut along a 45-degree angle. Here is a Windmill Cube, which is also like 3x3, but this time it's cut, I think, around a 30-degree angle, so it's slightly different than the Fisher Cube. Here is a Twist Cube. I don't think I've actually shown this on my channel, and basically what it is, it's like a regular 3x3, except it's like been twisted along, and it actually makes for a pretty interesting solving experience. Here are some mirror cubes. I have a mirror 3x3 and a mirror 2x2, although this one isn't really a proper mirror cube as this corner has the same dimensions. Here is a mirror windmill cube, which RBM gave me, and it's basically like a normal windmill cube, except it can do the stuff the mirror cube could. Here are some morphixes. Here is a master morphix. This is a Shengsha one, and it's basically a shape mod of a 3x3. If you look at it like this, you have edge, center edge, these edges, and then these are corners. So these small pieces are corners, but these big ones are also. And this is a Pyramorphix, which is basically the same thing, but in a 2x2. Here are some sticker mods. This is a sandwich cube, which is basically a 3x3, but each layer is a different color. I actually like to speed solve this a lot, it's actually really fun. Here is a black and white cube. It's basically one side is black, one side is white, so it's just basically a 3x3 again. Here is a cube I got from the store, a 4-color cube, and it's basically every corner has one color, and it actually is pretty similar to a Master Morphix. And here's just another bad turning picture cube, and it's from Trolley, which I believe is a like gummy thing. I got this in a show bag at the Royal Melbourne Show in 2019. so fellow Victorians will know what that is. And now some miscellaneous puzzles that can't really fit into any category. Here is a Killerminx or Kibberminx, whatever you want to call it, and it's basically like a Megaminx, but instead of having 3, it has 2. So it's basically a 2x2 Megaminx. Here is an Ivy Cube, which is kind of like half a skew. So it's basically like a skew, but half the corners have gone. Or it can be like a Pyraminx without the tips. So if you kind of think about it, we have these kind of corners as like this center. And we have this edge, and this edge. Here is a Ready Cube, which is also kind of similar to the Ivy Cube in the sense that we have a corner that moves 3 edges, although this time it's in a little bit of a different way. It doesn't go as deep as the Ivy Cube. Here is a Ready Minx, so it's basically like the Ready Cube that I just showed, except it's in a dodecahedron shape. Here is a Yeet Ball, which is the best name for a puzzle ever, and it's actually just an, oh dear, and it's actually just an Ivy Cube, but shaped in a ball. So if I can hold it at the right angle, you might be able to see how it matches here. Here is a Diane Octahedron, not a face turning one, but a corner turning one. And this puzzle is actually very similar to the Pyraminx, except when you turn it, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. These are kind of like centers. But when you turn the Pyraminx, it has 3 edges, but also the centers here. And it also has tips. So basically a much bigger version of the Pyraminx. This is a YJ Colorful Star Barrel, I think that's its name, and actually a pretty unique puzzle, and it's kind of a combination between a square one and a Megaminx. Here's the only gear puzzle in my collection. This is a Gear Cube Extreme. So how normal gear cubes work is you turn one side and then the middle moves along with it, as you can see right here. But how this cube is different, the Extreme, is where you turn the top and bottom layers. There are no gears here, so the middle layer is kind of independent. So that actually makes it a lot harder to solve than the regular gear cube. Here are a few snake puzzles. We have a really big one, we have 2 small black and yellow ones, and we have a medium size, I guess, black and green one. In terms of real twisty puzzles, that's it. But I do have a few more things I want to show you. Here is a Rubik's Slide. It's actually not a twisty puzzle, it's actually a game. And the goal is to get 3 of the same color in a row. And basically what you can do is you can like move these layers to like drop different pieces. Actually a pretty fun game. This is the Rubik's Race, which is kind of like a 15 puzzle, but you have to try and make like some sort of mosaic in the middle. And I actually have a metallic edition where the tiles are like metallic, but for some reason when I use this, the tiles just go everywhere when I try to like speed solve it, so I don't really like it as much. Here is an Among Us fidget spinner. I'm only showing this because I got this while I was getting the Tornado V2 because I thought it would be funny. I also have a red version, but I don't know where it is right now. Here is a broken Guhong V4. I hate this cube. I had to get this cube replaced so many times. Actually, it broke 3 times. I had to get replaced 2 after then. I was just like, screw it, this cube is just not worth it anymore. And lastly, this is a pretty tragic one. The 2x2 NGC Elite. I'm really sad about this one because I think this cube would have been my main if, I think I tried to hot glue it once. I don't have any super glue right now. And one of the corners is broken. I'm gonna see if I can, wait, it's actually working? What the hell? So yeah, this piece kind of just broke off, and yeah, that's kind of sad. Alright, let's just bring this in. Thanks for watching my cube collection video. I haven't done one of these in ages, like I said before, so I just thought I'd make one right now before I forget to do it later. And comment down below which one of these puzzles that you don't have would you like to get the most. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.